Welcome to another episode of Bonne Champagne TV. For our collectors this month, we are looking at the ornate bottle as a theme. Now, this is few and far between, I have to say, in champagne, and given how difficult it is to differentiate in the market when there are an ever-increasing number of champagne houses playing on the global field, I am actually quite surprised that there's not more champagne houses trying to distinguish themselves by using a unique bottle. But I have a new champagne that has recently landed in Australia and certainly made its way to my desk, and ornate is the perfect word for this bottle. It's an incredible bottle. The idea of this beautiful copper casing around the outside of the bottle is that it's designed to reflect the armour that was once worn by the knights who protected the Kingdom of France. So very romantic and incredibly chivalrous, and it certainly is very, very striking. It's also quite functional. It makes the bottle certainly very easy to grip, and to further enhance that, they've put a rubber stopper in the bottom of the punt to help you when you're pouring. So the Bourgeois bottle is perfectly fitting and suiting for our theme of ornate bottles for this month for the club. The champagne is actually produced by Charles Elna, based in Epernay. Now, the cepage of this particular wine, the Brut non-vintage, 60% Pinot Noir, 40% Chardonnay, no inclusion of the Pinot Meunier. So this is giving you an indication already as to where they see their wines sitting in the market. This is a more premium tier of champagne, and certainly the LUC reflects that. What's interesting is that this champagne is really designed to take on the nightclub scene and the top entertainment scene, shall we say, hot on the heels of Armand de Brignac, another exceptionally ornate bottle. But what I found very interesting is that the champagne is actually made zero dosage, so not a scrap of sugar. And traditionally, if you were drinking such champagne at fancy dinner parties and nightclubs, then perhaps such an austere champagne wouldn't be the champagne of choice, but it's just the way that this particular wine is being produced. So the Bourgeois champagne, a particularly newcomer to champagne circles, and certainly brand new in Australia. It's only just arrived on our doorsteps maybe a month, 2 months ago, so certainly something that you may be seeing more of. So Bourgeois, a relative newcomer to Australia. This is very exciting. I mean, I always love seeing new champagnes dawning on us, and hopefully this is one you may see a little more often. About the wine itself, the colour, beautiful golden straw colour, very fine, very vivacious mousse. The aromatics, instantly a beautiful yeasty characteristic coming off the nose. But it also has some white peach and some lovely citrus qualities. This wine has been aging on lees for approximately 4 years. Its total time in the cellar is about 6 years. So that's a slightly extended aging period, and this is their non-vintage blend. So the house again is setting a standard as to where it sees itself fitting in the market. The non-inclusion of the permanent Pinot Meunier and the slightly extended aging period, giving it that beautiful, rich, reductive quality on the nose. On the palate, the wine is pretty serious. It's got this very fleshy, meaty quality from the Pinot Noir, but no addition of the sugar. It's quite a steely acidity, which strips the mouth dry and then makes it regenerate with saliva. So it's quite an intense acidity. For me, I would like to see a little bit more lightness, a little bit more finesse in this wine, but it certainly is a champagne that would be suited to someone who appreciates quite a bold, quite a broad, quite a round champagne. And it delivers on all of that. It's very, very structured in the mouth, and the fruit profile is certainly very fleshy. On the palate for me, the champagne is very rich, and it's a lot of cooked fruits, a lot of stewed fruits, as well as reinforcing that beautiful brioche yeasty characteristic from that slightly extended aging period. Subtle hints at nuttiness. The bottle itself is certainly worth the experience. I should point out it's made from 100% recyclable materials, so don't panic if you think you're doing a bad thing for the environment. Sometimes these champagnes are so incredibly beautiful and their bottles so ornate that we don't want to try them, but open it up, enjoy it, serve it with cuisine, and I'd even serve it a couple of degrees warmer, so somewhere between 10, 12, maybe even up to 13 degrees.